In the United States, 20 million people struggling with substance abuse disorder. Only 12% of patients with substance abuse disorder are receiving treatment today. This summer, I kind of came to a resolution for myself that I needed to do something to help with the problem that we're facing with the opioid epidemic. There's just not enough resources once they leave here. It really left them hanging, once they left, and they didn't have great options beyond the emergency department. I began looking into opening up a medical clinic specifically focused on treating addiction. As I began to look into this a little further, it just became more and more real to me. And just a few days ago, I submitted my resignation here at Grant. And I've been here 10 years, and Grant has been very good to me. And I feel like I've kind of seen and done all that I'm supposed to do here. And it's time for me to move on and lead the charge on something that's going to be impactful for our society. We're going to open up an addiction treatment center on the west side of Columbus in the Sullivant Avenue corridor. As you've seen in the news and on the front page of the newspaper, it's a pretty hard-hit area from the opioid crisis. Our goal is to go right there, go right down where it's needed most, and provide services that make a big impact for that area. We're calling this Basecamp Recovery Center. The theme is, if you hit bottom, come see us and meet us at Basecamp, and we're gonna walk through this with you. The views are gonna be spectacular from the top. You're gonna do things you never thought imaginable. We're gonna be with you. We're gonna rope together with you, just like we were climbing a mountain. We're gonna be there every step along the way to support you and get you to the peak. And that's our goal.
Once a patient has been stabilized after a drug overdose, many ERs have a policy that you prescribe Narcan to go home for families and for patients.
I get it, you want to give them another chance, but I'd much rather give them a treatment option that really is a path forward and a path out of this. This disease, the disease of addiction, is a very misunderstood disease process. It is a brain disease. If you haven't struggled with it yourself, or you don't have someone close to you that's struggled with this, it would be nearly impossible for you to really get this. Only 10% of people make it out. 90% of people, die young from this. I grew up here on Hilltop Avenue. Right down here is Sullivant Avenue. This is kind of the area that's been on the news. It's probably about 5 blocks from here to where I want to open the treatment center. Lived here all my life until I was 18 years old. A lot of hours down at Hans Park, especially in the summer, playing basketball and playing with the other kids in the neighborhood. I probably have a very different perspective than my colleagues, because of being from this neighborhood. Definitely will always hold a special place in my heart, and the idea to come back, be working at Grant for 10 years and then turn around and come back and be able to give back to this neighborhood is really special to me. There are, in the 19th precinct, 1,000 abandoned houses in that area for people that are living on the streets, and for them to set up a drug house, or for prostitutes to live in. The area has just been ravished.
We all end up coming across clothes and wearing each other's clothes, because you'll be sitting there and you'll fall asleep or something because you're just walking around from exhaustion, and your stuff ends up getting stolen, and then you end up picking up something you see and wear it because you ain't got nothing else. No one has real friends out here. It's all money-based. Once you don't have a benefit for somebody, then you no longer matter to them.
This is a badly hit area. With that comes a lot of opportunity to make a difference and make a change. So there are about 4 or 5 drug houses right in my old neighborhood where my mom lives and my sister still live today. And they would go buy drugs, come back, shoot up in the car, and then toss a needle out the window in my sister's yard. And so she said, "No, you're not going to do that in front of my house." So she's out there chasing them off. I mean, just get out of here. You go park somewhere else. It's really sad. And it really speaks to the fact that the people that live there, they're tough people. I mean, they are. They're gritty. For her to be out there to put a sign out front advertising that she's against what's going on in the neighborhood. It's a pretty risky move. She actually got a lot of support from other neighbors because of it. These are the streets that I used to riding bikes and playing football on the street. I mean, man, I can remember some mean football matches out in the middle of the street. I could see this place coming back to life, and I want to be part of that change. That's one of the biggest reasons I want to put this here on the Hilltop, because I know there's not resources to take care of the people that need the help the most. There'll be small offices and exam rooms around the outside, and then in the center will be group therapy. There's lots of power in the community, and when these patients are connected in and helping each other, that's a really powerful thing. That counseling piece, that programming is going to be absolutely essential. There's going to be 3 key teams involved in this. The first team is going to be the medical team, so there'll be a physician, a nurse practitioner, or a physician assistant that all kind of work together on the medical side of things. There's going to be a counseling team.
All of our counselors will be fully licensed and equipped to manage substance abuse disorder.
And then we're going to have a social work team. Additionally, we'll have front office staff as well as an office manager. Pieces of this that are going to be extremely important is bringing the patient in, getting them on the right medication that kind of stabilizes them in a way that they can calm down and think through just everyday problems.
From there, our counselors will take them through a journey of self-discovery. As their lives stabilize, our case management team will help them reintegrate with the community.
For every $1 spent on addiction treatment centers, there's about $7 worth of savings to the general public. Savings in court costs, the costing to house them in jails, theft, and that's not even including the medical side of things. On the medical side of things, these patients when they get sick, they get real sick. Endocarditis, septic emboli, spinal abscesses, skin abscesses, HIV, hepatitis C. Those things are very expensive. It's estimated that someone that's addicted to opiates or IV drug abuse, their hospital bills are 15 times the cost of an average patient. It makes a lot of financial sense for us as a society to invest in this. It is good for everyone involved.
At Basecamp Recovery Center, our focus is putting families back together and rebuilding communities. Our goal is to inspire patients to greatness, and in return, their stories will inspire us.